hero, as Kezu pointed out, like multiple times, it felt like it's a good game for it. Not sure if this is the game for it, to be honest. Like, there's a lot of kiting, there's repositioning tools. You're playing into Skewer, playing into Disruptor. So not going to be that easy playing into Reactive Taser. Not an easy Raid King game by any means. Also, the panel talked about D1 Hustler's lineup being single target oriented. It's a lot of team fight, don't get me wrong. Like, have Beastmaster Global, Wyvern ulti. As soon as I see like one Lotus Orb on entity, I feel like this game's gonna be so easy. You drop it on your hero that goes in against Wyvern, can cast it, no lasso, can dispel Global Silence, Beastmaster Roar. It's probably the best item you can buy in this game, and I feel like Entity, they just have like a better overall draft, much easier to execute. Mid matchup also not favorable for Wyvern in this one. But again, Raid King on the other side, maybe this hero is going to be able to pull off some big crits.
Ooh.
We'll have to see. I don't know. I don't put too much faith in the hero. I feel like the hero is underused a bit. Right now, has only been picked 3 times in all Division 1 games. Got 1 win.
Nice. That's all it needs, though, to be viable, right? All it needs is just 1 win. And so you're telling me this is more of like an Erica Wraith King kind of game?
Yeah, remind me of what the Erica Raid King type of a game is, because he picked this hero every single time.
Pick it even when it doesn't work.
Yeah.
That's basically what Erica did. Him and Vici would pick that hero for him every single game. Obviously, they're not picking Wraith King every time. When you told me there's only been 3 games for Wraith King, but pick it and hope it works.
Yeah, not an easy lane for Raid King as well. Paired up with Silencer, Techie is one of the better laners that can zone out this hero. You use Arcane Curse, and then for 20 seconds, you don't do anything, while Techie is on much lower cooldown. 12 seconds, does pack a punch, 58 damage against 53. And also Raid King, not a hero that does provide you with much early on. So these first couple of levels like need to be very good in terms of CSing right now, sitting at 3. And looking at this bottom lane, Watson, you have a glimpse into Skewer, so if there's an opportunity, if D1 Hustlers push the lane close to the enemy tier 1 tower, there's gonna be a bloodbath, I would say.
Might just be a kill here on Fishman if he was able to land a little bit more. He does have a blood grenade to throw over onto the Disruptor, but will still survive. Early stick, so having 4 charges, having a little bit of regen there with a couple of tangos and a salve used. You're speaking about techies before. We've seen techies earlier today in the Western Europe region. We've seen it as well in the Chinese region. Even got a kill with that Minefield Sign Aghanim Scepter in the Chinese region. That was pretty amazing. Maybe we'll see a techies game like that again. It feels like every techies game like this has become the ultimate position for playmaker.
Pretty much. The hero does everything, scales well. The biggest part for me is like smokes throughout the mid games. The Holy Core.
That glimpse back, but Corey still got that blood grenade. They'd thrown one onto the Bat Rider, but couldn't get that kill, despite the fact that they went to the glimpse as well as the kinetic field. Toby now getting run down, and he's got himself Scorched Earth. Hakoda just trying to get some damage out onto this hero. But won't be able to get the kill, so a bit of harassment in all these lanes, but no kills just yet, no first blood.
Looking at the mid matchup, Xantic doing good, I would say, for the matchup that he's playing into. Harassing Ember Spirit, level 4. I don't know how much he's going to be able to pull with this Wyvern from the mid lane. I do like the hero. I feel like their lineup is a bit slow. Raid King, he needs 2 items to start being active. He needs Armlet, needs Deso after that. Beastmaster, he wants to be in this bottom lane. Take the tower as soon as possible. In terms of playmakers, you don't really have much on their side.
Ooh, Katomi and Toby connecting to get the kill there onto the Wraith King for first blood. There it finally is.
Very limited amount of damage they can do to Toby. Like, Doom is very tanky. Who got the first blood? It was Toby. So yeah, as soon as he gets that Vanguard, say bye-bye to your lane. Like, there's not much Raid King can do about it. And we've seen what Dooms can do when they're off to a good start.
Yeah, even when they're off to a slow start, you come back into the game with the Devour, but when you're able to get so far ahead, it really is just, what, it's Vanguard, maybe Arcane Boots, and then into the Octarine Core. Feels like for so many offlaners. Gosh, it just feels like the easy route, right? There's doing anything else, and then that route.
It's a very skilled shot hero. You need to click Devour on a unit. That's about it. Make sure you also don't misclick your Doom.
Don't put it on an illusion.
Ooh. Constant harassment. Level 3 Sleight of Fist. Blightstone. Not enough sustain for Wyvern. He needs to go back. Kataomi. Hakoda even used Blood Grenade, but they are not getting the kill there. Even if they get a kill, they would get a return kill. 2 points in Scorched Earth. Frost attack as well on Toby. Should be enough to get the kill.
Thinking about on the Hakoda, blast off. Yeah, going forward, has a blood grenade if he wants to throw it, but the Arcane Curse, and he'll throw it knowing he's gonna die. I'll end up making the trade, and there's the Wraithfire Blast onto Toby, but with that Scorched Earth at level 2, he's A-okay. With that Devour as well.
Fishman manages to TP out. This also means Watson will be getting some solo XP right now, farming underneath the tower. He doesn't care too much, and now this lane is getting difficult. When I pointed it out, it was 17 against 15 in terms of CS, but as soon as Stormstormer hits that level 5, he starts to play more aggressive. He's level 6 now, gonna come back, full HP, full mana. They even had to TP someone to the mid lane to refill Wyvern's bottle.
Yeah, it's starting to get, it was close, and now it's starting to get out of hand. Hakoda's here to try and control the rune. They have a Remnant on the bottom one. He's going towards top. We'll see who will get it, and it will be Hakoda looking at the regen rune. And they do get it. So, bottled for Xantic. Getting a little bit of control on the power runes there. That'll help him in the lane at least a little bit to kind of satisfy what he needs in this lane at the moment. Despite the fact that he's now down 10 CS. See who moves off this mid lane first and who feels comfortable going for a big team fight overall.
Xantic holding onto this region, so will be fine, but getting a kill bottom, and they might get another one here. Toby.
Yeah, Hakoda in trouble, but the Wraithfire Blast, Toby, working with that level 3 Scorched Earth, so 13% bonus move speed. You know, you're putting out a decent amount of damage where you can really put the harassment on to both Shad and Hakoda.
That's Shad.
Sticky bomb,
he might
Shad.
die here.
That'll explode the turnaround into the Wraithfire Blast. Meanwhile, Davilama's boots get killed off in the courier that he just lost.
Toby also needs to put his
Katomi
boots.
Losing his life to Hakoda.
Hakoda's level 5 and 1/4 on Silencer, which is pretty damn good. They did pick up XP rune. XP rune's still about to be picked up on Entity. Now Watson.
Yeah, he's low, but Davilama, he's trying to run forward and maybe get a kill here onto the Magnus, but under the tower and in some trouble and falling. So no boots, can't keep up. Watson just surviving that harassment coming in, and they couldn't get the kill, and Entity's got themselves a 1,000 net worth lead as you can see top 2. Hakoda just getting pushed back, but like you said, he's already level 5 and a third.
All 3 cores on top of net worth from Entity. Mid lane, there's like this net worth is gonna keep increasing. This is the build on Wyvern ever since the change to being Universal Hero. Rod of Atos is gonna be good thing to control this Ember Spirit, maybe Techies as well when he goes for the blast off, but now Xantic also doesn't have a rune to work with. Arcane rune available on Stormstormer, and constant harassment every single time he gets close. We'll get Sleight of Fist.
Toby top. Yep.
He's fine. He can always TP out.
I could potentially TP him out, but bottom, Fishman's going to die to Davilama as this is aggression on a Toby, but like you said, he's pretty tanky, and if he really wanted to, he could just TP away from there. It's the Vanguard that he's got, and he's taking no damage in this lane. Or not no damage, but minimal, really.
He also pulled the creep wave, so we'll use Scorched Earth farm the big camp as well. Kataomi's there. They want to get some XP. Let's see. No, Kataomi's going to stack it one more time, but this is the first rotation from Stormstormer. Let's see what he can do. There is Remnant available on a mid lane, so If he doesn't find an opening, we'll go back to the mid lane.
Omi? Remnant back. Looking with that level 1 Searing Chains is a Xantic. He's got 2 charges on that bottle. Stormer, he's got 2 sips left as well to get some of that mana back. Is the Wraith King doing well enough right now that you kind of have faith in this Wraith King opening up the game at some point? He's got the Armlet already.
I'd say he's in a fine spot. Almost 4K network. 10 minutes into the game. This is okay. Stormer.
Going after Hakoda to use the Winter's Curse. Nobody's here, though. What do you do after that? Nobody was putting damage onto the Ember. He's able to just remnant away. Theo Hakoda with the Flame Break, but he's not level 6 yet, so there's no lasso available on the Bat Rider. Maybe that extra control could have gotten them a kill, but didn't happen, and Stormer doesn't end up getting that kill onto the Silencer either. Theo Hakoda, Sticky Bomb, Sleight of Fist, and has to Firefly, blast off up on the high ground. Stormer now invis. He's got Sleight in a second. That means he's going to get a kill here onto the Bat Rider.
They're playing really well around Stormer, providing runes for him. He's going to TP back to the fountain one more time. Finds a tier 1 token for himself. Going to continue to farm up. How's Watson doing? Almost on top of the net worth. Doom keeping that first place for now. Spark of Courage, of course, because why not? Gonna continue to farm up as well. Pretty standard stuff, I would say, in terms of itemization coming out from all 3 cores on Entity. Doom going for Hand of Midas after finishing off that Vanguard, and Magnus into Echo Saber after Mask of Madness.
Right. Only 1 Spark of Courage and only 1 Occult Bracelet. We usually see this item picked up a lot. We've had a couple games where there's been 4, 5, 6 of the same neutral.
Yeah, there was one game, I believe, yesterday when we had like
6 Occult Bracelets?
or 7 Occult Bracelets,
yeah.
And maybe even 8 Gossamer Capes.
Yeah, that was,
so
that was ridiculous too. Got the constant slights just coming through, and Xantic goes up out of the high ground, but they've got the vision. They'll get the glimpse. They should be able to get the kill here onto the Winter Wyvern. Nowhere for him to go as Katomi get credit for that kill onto the Winter Wyvern, and that means this mid matchup, at this point, if it wasn't already just Stormer favored, it feels like it's about, if Dota Buff gave just a percentage for matchups, this is like 90-10 at this point.
90-10, okay. These are some big numbers coming out from you.
He's doing a lot around the map, right? Like, it doesn't feel like this Winter Wyvern has the impact right now. Obviously, those numbers can change.
Yeah, maybe in like 40 minutes we'll see. It's just like a difficult game. I mean, who's gonna gank? You have Batrider, who's level 6. Not the easiest hero to gank with. Like, it's not like you have a Blink Dagger or anything. There is Global, so you will probably try to go with it. Try to grab a kill, but as we've seen, Lasso has been used. This is level 1 Lasso.
So the cooldown
long cooldown, 90 seconds.
Well, I said that 90-10, and you immediately made me... I don't have the confidence to be like, yeah, it's 90-10. You were like, oh, big numbers. I was like, you know what? Maybe it's not 90-10. I don't know.
No, they're doing really well.
Yeah. Blast Off comes in, and Flame Break thrown over, but they've got the Static Storm, so they have the control on Davalama. He tries to run. He throws some axes. Not really going to work for him. Stormer can come here with both supports and really make whatever he wants happen.
Now you're in a state where you're like, oh, we need to get some more farm, and it never feels good. You can't really fight. You global silence. Who you gonna cover? Like, what's your entry to the fight? You probably need to bait it out. And looking at the stacks that they're making in the triangle for Entity, Watson's gonna clean those up immediately. Mask of Madness.
Yeah, they've got 1 triple stack of the Ancient Camp on the outer ring up here for the side of D1 Hustlers. You can see Watson clears this very easily.
Went into Echo Saber. Let's see if he decides to go back into Mask of Madness. I've seen players doing it, but I prefer if you don't.
Doom is a tanky hero to try and kill. Arcane Curse, down to about half health. Primal Roar, Shad doing some damage. They go to the Global Silence. And tanky or not, they get the kill on Toby.
Oh, God. Massive Bitus. Didn't use it, so 30 seconds. He could have popped it on a creep. Could have popped it on a Skelly.
Ends up getting the kill. It did take a lot for them to get that kill, but at the same time, like, slowing down this Doom, if you could do anything of the sort, make sure that he doesn't continue to jump off, is A-okay with the side of D1 Hustlers.
As soon as D1 Hustlers pick up this Desolator on Raid King, and it's gonna be post 15-minute mark. He should be playing like the bottom part of the map, smoke, try to grab a kill, and then go for Roche. By playing bottom, I mean top, because it's gonna be nighttime.
Stormer with a remnant over, and they're 4 heroes stacked up to go top. Maybe they could find Shad. Could just grab this tier 1 tower as well. Harpoon already on Watson. Wow. Blood grenade. Shad committing to this, but there are a lot of heroes here, and he gets the kill on the Fishman. At least gets that remnant back. Stormer still trying to retreat with Theocore over to the side. There are a lot of heroes here for Entity, and then all of a sudden, D1 Hustlers, everybody showed up.
They need to be playing together. They're really not that good at ganking until they get a Blink Dagger on Batrider. This is a bit of a different item build than what we usually see, because Batrider, as a position 4, does tend to dominate the laning stage. So you get like Tranquils, Drums, maybe a Glimmer Cape in between, and then you go for the Blink Dagger eventually, but this time he got shut down in the lane, and there's the Harpoon reveal. So yeah, going for the Blink Dagger, I think this is the correct choice. He understands that they will need some kind of initiation, like Blink Lasso into Global, pick off the target. You have Winter's Curse to like team fight against them. You know they're going to be grouping around Magnus's RP, try to get some kills. Rod of Atos also now available. In terms of spells that they can throw on top of Rod of Atos, there isn't really much. It's just going to be for stats, some extra control for Ember pre-BKB.
Evolama is actually the one who's trying to take the stack right now, by the way. Stack it again? No.
That one dragon. You kill him first. When he does that...
Yeah, now you aim for him.
Now I lost it. I don't know which one that was.
Oh, he's dead.
Gonna die eventually.
He's gone. He's looking for Pipe, so... Pipe and then Axe, the drums of Slom. He's gonna be slomming.
Had to adjust his item build.
Tell me. Out of Atos, and Xantic now using that Arctic Burn. And the damage with the Arcane Curse still going. Now they've used Global Silence.
Up the global. They're
gonna look over at Stormer, get the kill there, and the Arcane Curse did the damage to get the kill on Kataomi.
Last couple of minutes. D1 Hustlers, they are the ones controlling the map. They are the ones like pressuring. Sure, they used like 3 big ultis, but they still got the kill. To go back to my point about Beastmaster, even after like the nerfs to Helm of the Overlord, people do pick it up on Beastmaster as pretty much their first item, but you're playing into Doom. If Doom's off to a great start, that level 15 talent gonna come in very soon. So you have like maybe 3 to 5 minute window where you need to do as much, otherwise Doom is just gonna eat your creep every single fight.
Shad, glimpsed. And they've got the Shockwave. Shad, though, fighting back. Xantic's here. He's got Winter's Curse. Harpoon, Shad, armlet toggling, still surviving. So, Toby...
They got afraid. They got scared immediately after seeing Xantic show up. That Winter's Curse, they did not want to mess with it.
Yeah, with how close they were grouped up, that could have been a big issue, and they ended up retreating on that one. Skewer with the Harpoon in use and just tries to leave. So, Watson... Looking at them, Manta. And at a stack right now. And Mech picked up for the Doom. He's going Guardian Greaves after picking up the Crimson Guard. Both teams going to have a Crimson.
Good way of dispelling things against Batrider. Mostly Global Silence. Yeah, I mentioned the Roche as soon as they pick up this Deso. Shad went through the gates. Comes back full HP. He was healing there. And they do have vision. So, good timing for D1 Hustlers to be able to get it. And now... let's see who decides to pick it up, if they want to give it to Shad, or if Xantic wants to pick it up. Because Xantic's positioning is going to be to stay away as far as possible. But if he wants to like pick it up, then he can toy with it a little bit more. Then you have to go through like tankiness of 2 heroes, kill both Raid King, proc his Reincarnation, and Xantic will pick it up. I think second one if they go for second Roche and they get Aegis, second Aegis goes to Wraith King, because they are going to be sieging the high ground with it potentially.
Right.
Not an easy task to do, because again, you're playing into Glimpse, playing into Skewer, so got to be extremely careful how you approach it. Might need to take a fight before.
So 5,000 net worth lead right now for Entity, but with the Aegis in the hands of D1 Hustlers, we'll see what they can do with that.
We see this quite often in this patch, where team does have like significant amount of gold lead,
Right.
but the other team is holding on to Aegis, and they are the one controlling the tempo of the game and how the fights are going to go.
So we'll see if this is just a farming Aegis. As Deso for Wraith King. He's looking to get some charges on that. Wants to go blink BKB. Watson, we've been talking about, had that harpoon very early. He's got Manta, now looking for the BKB of his own. And so is Stormstormer. So BKB is coming out in plenty here for them.
Stormstormer definitely wants to have a BKB coming into the next fight, even though there are abilities that go through BKB, go through debuff immunity, Winter's Curse, Lasso, Roar, Global Silence, but still can be like slowed, can be stunned from Wraith King. Have that extra magic resistance as well.
Theocor has that blink, so they're going to get the lasso onto the Doom, but nobody there. And then Theocor is going to be glimpsed under the tower, so he's hit. Okay.
This is a difficult target to kill. They would need to commit heavily again, pop Global Silence, but this is level 1 Lasso also we're talking about. So duration 2.5 set, 2.25 seconds. I love to round up the numbers, is not enough. And Doom also holding on to Crimson. Now has full Guardian Greaves, so could be counter initiation with this Guardian Greaves, dispel Global Silence, pop the Doom on one of the targets. Seems like Entity, they're fine with just farming right now. They want to get another set of items, don't want to fight into Aegis. I want to see D1 Hustlers go for some kind of a smoke and try to get a pick off again.
Would you like to see them go for, like, let's say, get the Wisdom Rune, Tormentor into a smoke and go, or do you want them to smoke right now? Like, to not give Entity more time like that?
I think they missed the timing a little bit, because they could have smoked into enemy Tormentor, 21-minute XP rune, you know that someone's gonna be there, then it's 4 versus 5, you do have more than enough sustain from this pipe, from this heal from Wyvern, and then take XP rune, get a kill, steal enemy Tormentor.
Right.
We've seen it happen time and time again in this patch, if there's an opportunity for it.
Billy Stone for the Techies, and we have seen what Techies with items can do. Thinking about TK yesterday for Aster Ares, just the build he went was, like, very exciting. The Rod of Atos early into the Yules, I really liked that on a Techies.
It depends what you're playing into. He was playing into Spirit Breaker. They also needed a little bit more control this time around against the Beastmaster, against this Wraith King. Like, Techies is one of few position 4s that can build pretty much any item, and it feels good.
Right.
I also mentioned the importance of getting a Lotus Orb. I see one on Kataomi. It's such a good game for it. You can't allow to skip it. I would even love to see like another one. Maybe Fishman manages to get it.
Or Toby at some point.
I think Toby needs to go for scaling items now. Can't really allow himself to like get another boots, like another arcane. Just I feel like you want to play a bit of a different game. Be this frontliner. Kataomi will get out of the trouble. Nicely done.
Not gonna lie, I thought that right click crit so hard he might have died there when he TP'd out. It kind of landed at the same time, but TP away and use that blast off to just get some space. Shad's
no
having a good
charges
game.
on Deso.
Yeah.
He is, but this was an early Deso pickup.
And you want to get those charges.
It managed to get Blink, but the net worth keeps increasing. They want to use this Aegis 25 seconds. Entity thinks it's too difficult to fight into it. Playing 7 versus 5 pretty much, so don't want to take that risk.
The farming capability here, just for the side of Entity, they really can make gold come out of nowhere. The Empower with how quickly you can farm there with the Magnus. Of course, you've got the Devour. And even a hero like Techies farms relatively well with, you know, a sticky bomb proximity mine combo.
And there's enough room for everybody to get the farm right now.
Yep.
You're not stealing anything away from your carry. The only core, he's looking for an opening. Wing Dagger is available.
Now that level 2 lasso, and they find themselves Stormstormer, the static storm, just a little bit too late, so Fishman forced the TP away. That's the kill that they wanted, and it gives Shad his first 2 charges on that Desolator.
BKB does not protect you against Curse, Roar, Lasso. Still going to be a ton of damage. Eventually, you will need to buy Lincoln Sphere. I see Shiva's Guard, so wants to be more tanky, more annoying, or do some of that healing coming out from the heroes. Slow their attack speed. I think that's fine, but not going to be an easy one, because he just popped a 9-second BKB and didn't get anything out of it.
By the way, D1 Hustlers, they have their Wisdom Rune still to pick up. They're letting it ferment. See if they go that way, and like you said, maybe go for a Tormentor. Llama putting some pressure on over mid. A couple of mines down here. Hakoda and Theolacora right by this Beastmaster. And Shad is on the outer ring, taking this Ancient Camp, Stormstormer, Sleight of Fist Searing Chains, and he needs to Remnant out.
Entity didn't even manage to kill Wraith King once.
Global Silence is used, and
Manta.
What can they get out of this one? Watson, well, he's going for the Beastmaster of Diamond Llama, who's been doomed. So they get the kill there. They'll take out Theolacora. That's going to be 2 dead. Fishman ends up falling to the Firefly fire that's laid on that cliff. Trying to retreat, going into the Glimmer Cape, running the opposite direction, but they've got eyes on him. And they will find Hakoda. Blast off, and a kill there for Stormstormer with that Sleight of Fist. It ends up being a 3-for-1. And D1 Hustlers, they were farming very aggressively, and they kind of end up paying for it. They were playing across the river for a long time.
Yeah, a bit of an awkward fight there for D1 Hustlers. They didn't commit. Like, I don't remember last time we've seen... I don't think we've even seen Curse being used throughout the game. There was maybe one Roar.
Mid. It was one Curse mid that wasn't on anybody else, and that's the last time we saw it, right?
I didn't even see that one. Or my memory is bad.
We're up there. Our age number's up there. We're level 30 plus, you know?
I also like everything to sound more dramatical. So I'm like, yeah, he didn't even use it.
We've never even seen it. This summer. Winter's Curse. One man looks for a Winter's Curse. Yeah. 30-second rush respawn. Okay. Here for that. Like you said, Techie's building that Lotus Orb. His farm's going really well. Of course, you've got the help of the proximity mines with the Sticky Bomb. I've said that already today in the last 5 minutes or so, and it's just been a pretty solid time for him so far. And he's got that extra armor from the plate mail now, so Techie's isn't exactly going to be that easy hero to kill.
He's tanky. He's very difficult to bring him down. Once he gets to his, like, another item, which could be... like even a Hex to have a slightly more control. The only core blinks in, doesn't find him yet. Got the only quick fingers.
Yeah, blasting off BKB. There's the lasso, but they do have Fishman nearby. Maybe they could get a kinetic field and a static storm to make something happen, but that's what they'll use and no follow-up from it. They got that BKB delivered on the Wraith King. Or not delivered yet. Getting delivered on that Wraith King.
Fishman bought relatively early gem. He gave it to Shad. They want to get rid of Vision. Because Shad died only once throughout this game. And that was pre-reincarnation. So they feel he's relatively safe. And now maybe thinking about wrapping around. No lasso to initiate with.
They'll get this Wisdom Rune. And they've actually got 2 over on their side of the map. They let that other one ferment. Yeah.
If I've seen that, I would TP immediately. I'm like, guys, don't take this fight. I need another item. Just make up some lie immediately, whatever. It sounds good for the moment.
Over to the Wisdom Runes. Defiant Shell for Techie's. Now 7 more armor. If he wants to hold on to that after he picks up this Lotus Orb with the Philosopher's Stone. The big bad Philly. Or as you say, Filet.
I feel like it's a really good item. I mean, got nerfed. I got a little upset when I was reading it. Kind of ruined my day after that. Yeah, 7.33, 5 less
Sleight
gold.
of fist, Searing Chains don't connect with Theo Lacour, but they're going to go over. They have found themselves. Shaddy goes into the BKB. The Static Storm's going to be out of the Beastmaster, so he can't put out that Primal Roar. There's the Winter's Curse to control Stormstormer. They got the kill to Fishman. He's going to buy back. They'll take out Hakoda. So it's a 1-for-1, but Stormstormer falling. RP comes in. Wraithfire Blast. Doom used on Shad, but he still has that reincarnation. They'll take out Exantic. They'll take the first life out of the hands of Shad. They lose Dive Llama. Watson going off on this one. They've got the Skewer. They'll have the Harpoon. They have the damage, and it's a full team wipe. Entity taking a fight and just absolutely obliterating D1 Hustlers.
Yeah, that was some nice RP usage. Stormstormer did have Remnant as well available. He's not afraid to use a buyback. He knows that if they take this fight, he's going to be buying back, coming into the fight, and he needs to pick up Aegis now. Let's see that one more time. Stormstormer, he goes pretty much ham in this one. Like, even in terms of damage and everything. Gets lassoed in the end. I believe he also got cursed, so multiple abilities to control one hero, and then he uses buyback, and now he made a slot to pick up Aegis, hits level 20, and does have Gem from Fishman, so they're gonna be getting the gold from it. And this Doom from Toby was like, okay, I'm just gonna doom him. If I know that he does have reincarnation available, we'll kill him after. Still 2 XP runes to be picked up here. Not sure if Beastmaster should be picking those up.
I say
Probably give it to Raid King to get him to level 18, at least one.
Well, Illacore gonna die here to Watson. That's one picked up by Llama, and now they've got the Searing Chains. That's onto the Silencer. Harpoon pulling him in, and they'll get the kill on the Hakoda, but the Winter's Curse, it's well placed. Stormer lose that Aegis. But it's just an Aegis. Kind of need a little bit more than that. They've got the glimpse back into the Static Storm, the Kinetic Field, and Exantic's going to lose his life, so they will get the kill there, and they're right by the Tormentor. The other Wisdom Rune was picked up by the Wraith King, but this Tormentor now going down, or can go down relatively quick.
Yeah, it's just done. So Watson packing a punch. Look at his net worth, 24,000. 30 minutes into the game. Like, he has 4.2k HP on this hero, plus Cheese. Cheese would heal him like 60% of his HP. How much damage is that? Casual 500 damage. Universal hero, very balanced.
I didn't know balance was a French word.
Yeah, it was invented by Julius Mimer in 1700s.
Yeah. I had some follow-up in my head, but it wasn't funny enough. I was trying to get an Etu Brute in there of some French descent, meming descent, but I couldn't think of anything. Leave the memes to Lacoste.
Meme connoisseur, yeah. Let's see if they can find another one. Hakoda does have Glimmer, but there is Gem available.
Blink Infernal Blade and Glimmer Cape, but they've got the vision, they've got the time, and the inclination to get the kill there on the Hakoda. Gem coming in clutch, and I mean, that was Fishman's Gem originally.
Fishman should be getting the gold from killing his own wards to get some value back if the enemy's holding onto Gem.
You just drop Gem at the enemy base.
Gem, and you're like, I'm getting the gold back.
Little peace offering. You get vision, I get money. Sure.
And D1 Hustlers, they fell apart so quickly. Like, all it took was one fight, and suddenly it's 20k gold lead. Sure, there was like constant 5-6k gold lead for Entity leading into this big Roche fight. But it looked good for them when they were the ones like controlling some of these earlier fights, being aggressive. But we haven't seen much from them. Beastmaster is just an aura bot. Crimson Pipe now does have that Drums of Slum.
Oh.
I think this damage, it's a bit too late to pick up that Axe right now.
Slamming over here. Ags being built for Stormstormer. There's Exantic's Ags.
Yeah, Exantic, that's going to be a lot of damage coming out from this upgrade on Arctic Burn. Plus Enchanted Quiver as well, Hurricane Pike, he can keep the distance. I think that if it was like 10k gold lead with some nice placed Winter's Curse, nice lasso, they could take these fights, but now it feels very difficult. There is Lotus Orb available, multiple ways of dispelling things, Cheese that's been on Toby now, and also Manta, Lincoln's on Magnus, who's getting closer to level 25. Watson, he had a great season, great tour, I would say. Like, he was the one who... I don't remember seeing him have bad games. Even in the games when they were losing, he did his job.
You want Hustlers? 5 smoked, 4 smoked, breaking smokes, going in. Shad looking at 2-shot Fishman. They threw the Lotus Orb on him, but it wasn't going to matter. Xanta gets the kill there. And Watson, he's caught the Winter's Curse. They've also got the lasso over to the other side. They're going to doom up Dive Llama. He's trying to slom, but, well, now he's not able to roar. They go and they've skewered. They've got 2 in trouble. They'll get the first life out of the hands here of this Wraith King. They take out Dive Llama. They'll use that RP, the continued control. Is it going to be enough? It looks like it should be, but now getting Invis trying to run. They've got the Shockwave. They'll get the kill into Shad. With Kataomi, as on the high ground is Xantic.
He's out of mana.
Yeah, here's the Remnant back over. They'll harpoon him, they'll skewer him down, and they'll get the kill into the Winter Wyvern as they hunt that dragon and put a skewer through his heart.
Watson's doing too much work in these fights, like 6,000 damage. Like, you look at the damage numbers, that's why I said maybe if network advantage wasn't as high, because as soon as he picked up that Axe, Winter Wyvern damage goes Monka. It's almost 10,000 damage in the previous fight, but they're way too farmed. And you see that Watson is holding on to RP for a very long time. He's not really afraid of holding it because he knows that he can't really just die. Can repositions himself with Harpoon, Skewer, Blink Dagger. Just way too of a difficult game right now. Not enough damage. Like, your Batrider is pretty much Blink in, Lasso. You need to kill the target. This fight was even 4 versus 5 because they immediately killed Fishman. They still lose it.
I really do like Entity's attention to making sure Dive Llama doesn't put anything out in the fight, right?
If he can't put this auras on, if he like gets Primal Roar on, let's say, Ember Spirit, they could potentially burst him with right-click from Wraith King. Wyvern set up for a potentially curse. Yeah, also taking out the Slum damage as well.
Unfortunately, he's unable to slam down the hill, and he's, you know, pizza when he should be French frying. But, you know, Primal Roar would put him up. Max charges on Slum. It's fine.
No, it's okay. It's all good.
It's all good. So, Magnus, you know, he's just never had that opportunity to get that Max Slum, right?
Yeah. Magnus, even though he is, what, level 18, so you get max charges immediately when you pop that Roar. But Watson, he hits level 25, extra Empower damage, extra Cleave as well, which is going to be nullified. Shad going for Nullifier. Tier 4 items about to start dropping.
Could they... I mean, it's always the mindset, right? Turtle up, try and hold the high ground. You said Winter Wyvern damage is high, but is it enough to hold the high ground with where they're at on the side of Entity? Like, it's just... it has to be perfect, but what's the definition of perfect in this sense?
I don't know if they should be taking the fights outside the base. They lose the fight. I mean, you're eventually going to get out-farmed. This is how Dota's being played. The map is getting smaller, so they might want to risk it, go for one fight. In terms of buybacks, there is one available on Beastmaster. That's about it. Other heroes don't have it. I think their best shot is using Lasso, dragging them underneath the tier 3 to tier 4 towers, maybe with one good curse to split up the fight. Entity wants to wait for third Roche. Let's see the respawn time.
Minute 30. Oh. It'll give them, what, 20 seconds in the nighttime to get it before it goes to daytime. And switch position, change places.
That's about right. Minute 25. Let's see, now, I mean, D1 Hustlers, they don't know that this is happening. They don't know when Roshan's respawning, so they might be forced to go in.
Yeah, if they have have to really contest this Roche, right? Like, I don't think they can beat them with an Aegis in the hands of Entity, but it just forces them into a very bad position. A spot that they really don't want to be in. 48 seconds. Fishman will just kind of sit here. They've got the rest of the team near. And eventually, D1 Hustlers will have to break through these mines and try to fight this. But there's the Blink, the Infernal Blade. Theo Akora looking like he's going to be the first one to die, but it gets the Force Staff into a glimpse. Now they go to the Wraithfire Blast onto the Doom. Fire. Primal Roar finally off. That means he's Salmon. They'll go to the Global Silence, but the RP, it's on it too. They get the kill into Xantic. They'll take the first life out of the hands of the Wraith King. Shad, now with his second life, what can he do? You don't have a Winter's Curse, you don't have the help of your team, and you no longer have a Bat Rider, and you no longer have your life. So Shad falls. There goes the Beastmaster afterwards. And only one to escape is Hakoda, but really the hopes and dreams of D1 Hustlers winning this game are dwindling to near zero.
Pretty much. Magnus just goes ham every single fight. Watson has been playing this hero amazingly. Has Trickster's Cloak, extra magic resistance, extra evasion, 4.5k HP with Satanic. There's no way that he's dying. Also landing multiple man RPs. Wraith King dies in like 5 hits from Magnus, which is pretty nuts to think about.
Top tier 3. That'll go. Now it's time for the racks. Maybe one more fight left in them, but you're down 40,000 net worth. Saw how quickly everything just kind of fell apart there for the side of D1 Hustlers, even with the Primal Roar going off, but it just feels like too little too late.
And now Radiant on Roche on Radiant's side. You have Outpost to TP2. Also, like invading certain areas like Roche, Twin Gates when you're playing against techies. Also trying to be sneaky, pop a smoke. It's gonna be revealed. This is the power of the hero. Hakoda.
Oh. Ogre Seal Totem, Glimpse, and dead. So, dead, but basically figuring out, hey, these guys are at Roche. I don't know if that's gonna matter. The rest of his team's not really there with him, and nor do they want to be. And let's see. Axe Blessing on this Roche. Stormstormer bought his, and we'll see who takes this one.
I guess, well, Doom seems like he does not want to pick it up.
Yeah. Fishman will take it.
Okay. And Fishman also found a tier 4 token, so let's see. It's a lot of stuff on the ground. Maybe put a smoke and take this gem. Oh, he takes it with a style.
Yeah, jumping in, getting that gem. Woo! Fishman, by the way, now more net worth than Daibalama with the pickup of that Aghanim's Blessing. Actually sitting really close to Shad as well.
Oh god, and he also found Timeless Relic.
Okay.
Level 15 talent, Static Storm duration. It's time to close it out, boys. 50,000 net worth. Thinking of a way how D1 Hustlers are gonna come into the game. The answer is no.
Maybe all of Entity disconnect?
If one guy reconnects and right-clicks, he would be able to probably win the game.
Sheesh.
Maybe,
Damn.
you know, tab, use these big ultis. Static Storm, Doom. Oh, Ember Spirit.
There's the RP. And Theo Akora going to survive for a moment, but they've got the skewer. That means while he's in the Cold Embrace, he's put in a bad position. He blinks over to the side. They've got a Remnant off over into the outer ring near the gate. They use that Doom. They've got the lasso. It's on a Stormstormer, but they go to the blast off. They get the kill there on a Theo Akora. He's going to buy back immediately with the Remnant going forward with the Doom out onto a Xantic. They'll take out the Winter Wyvern. He's dead for 70 seconds with no buyback, and then Shad losing his first life. They get the kill on a Fishman, and so Shad, well, he'll get doomed, and his game here is quite doomed. And in the show Invader Zim, it was the Doom song, and this is all they're hearing on the side of D1 Hustlers. Doomy, doomy, doom. Doom, 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 doom.
Got Toby, pops the cheese. Toby is very low, but where's the damage?
Oh, take out that.
Fishman's gonna buy back as well. Another
Bird
skewer
and
back.
Daibalama skewered back into the team. Guardian Greaves, they'll heal up. They'll go for the tier 3. The bottom center racks are going to be next with the Mega Creeps. They find themselves the Silencer. Down goes Hakoda. They're going to start fighting back, but they still don't have a Xantic. They don't have the Bat Rider. They'll call GG, and Entity will take game number 1.
I feel like D1 Hustlers needed to use this momentum that they had